rising tide lifts all boats. I always like that one because it's true. And when the community around you rises too, so do you. And right now, the big beautiful tax bill is giving landlords and real estate investors a way to lift their communities and their own finances at the same time. Hi, I'm Mia. I have been helping landlords and small business owners plan smarter taxes for over 15 years. And this new change might be one of the most practical updates I have seen for rental investors for a long time. Before this law, the Low Income Housing Tax Credit, or LIHTC, were really one only for big players. You needed massive financing, complicated partnerships, and usually a whole legal team to make it happen. Smaller landlords were basically left on the sidelines. But now, under the new public law 119-21 starting in 2026, that tide is finally turning. Let me walk you through what actually changed. First, projects that use the 4% housing credit no longer need 50% bond financing. Now they only need 25%. That's huge because it means smaller projects can finally qualify. Second, states are getting a 12% boost in their housing credit allocation. That's more money to go around and more chances for a smaller local developer to get funded. Third, rehab and conversion now qualify. So if you take an old apartment, motel, or mixed-use building and turn it into affordable housing, they can now earn you credits too. And fourth, the rules for workforce housing are more flexible. That means properties with moderate income tenants can fit into this program more easily. So, in simple terms, this is the most open the program has ever been. And here's why this matters. There aren't deductions, there are tax credits. So every single dollar of the credit you get taxed $1 off your tax bill. So no fancy math, it's just dollar for dollar. That's powerful, especially because these credits are spread over 10 years, which give you steady, predictable tax saving every year. Now let me tell you a real story. One of my clients, Lisa, owns an 8-unit apartment building in Tacoma. The place had great bones but needed updates. Old carpet, outdated kitchen, retired paint. So she wants to modernize it, but still want to keep rent affordable for her long-term tenant. Under the old rule, it didn't make financial sense. But with the big beautiful tax bill, she teamed up with a local nonprofit that have small landlords with credit application. So she qualified under the new 25% rule financing, and now she can get about $18,000 in tax credit each year for 10 years. That's $180,000 off her future tax bills. And because she added energy efficient improvement, she also getting full bonus depreciation on top of that. It's the definition of a win-win situation. Her tenants get better home, her community gets stronger, and she gets major tax saving. That's what we meant when we say rising tide lifts all boats. Now here's another story. Carol and June, a couple in Houston with 2 duplexes. They always thought affordable housing was something only big developer could do. But then a local project came up, converting an old motel into a 20 affordable studio apartments. They joined the project as limited partner through a community housing fund. And they didn't have to manage construction, deal with contractor, or file compliance report. They just invested, and now they are receiving about $22,000 in credit each year for the next decade. They told me, Mia, it feels good to be part of something that helps people, and our taxes had never been this low. That's how this bill works. It gives small landlords a seat at the table. And if you are sitting there thinking, that's great, but I'm not a developer, so don't worry, you don't have to be one. You can join through partnership, community investment group, or LIHTC syndication that put together a smaller investor. You can make a real difference without taking on massive project yourself. Now let's talk about strategy for 25 and beyond. First, connect early with your state housing agency. They are the one who distribute this credit, and being early can help you get priority. Second, consider workforce housing. That's the missing middle, like the teacher, nurses, firefighter, solid tenants who need affordable options. Third, stack your benefit. You can combine LIHTC with bonus depreciation, or Section 168 and expensing, or even opportunity zone incentive if your property qualifies. Fourth, plan your timing. LIHTC properties have a 10-year credit period and a 15-year compliance window. That means you will want to know when and how you plan to exit before you start. Fifth, consider partnership. If you have one or two tenants, team up with another landlord or nonprofit to reach the project size needed for credit eligibility. Now, let's layer in some bonus tips. Bonus tip number 1, use the cost segregation study. It helps you separate out components like flooring, lighting, and appliances so you can depreciate them faster without affecting your credit basis. Bonus tip number 2, if you are near retirement and sitting on appreciated property, consider contributing it to a housing partnership instead of selling. You might need further capital gain on credits and create steady passive income all at once. Bonus tip number 3, keep an eye on your state program. Many states plan to launch matching affordable housing credit for grants starting in 2026. Bonus tip number 4, if you are renting to tenants through vouchers program, you might already qualify for some of the new community housing incentive that link to the big beautiful tax bill. And remember, all of this ties back to one simple idea. When the tide rise, we all rise together. Because when you improve your property, your tenants' life improve too. And when more families can afford stable housing, the neighborhood gets better, property values go up, and the local community grows. You are not just building rentals, you are building stability. And the tax code finally recognized that. And what the big beautiful tax bill is really about, right? Creating incentive that lift everyone. So if you are a landlord who have been on the fence about affordable housing projects, this is the moment to take a closer look, because the tide rising, and it's a lot better to be floating with it than standing on the dock watching it go by. If this got you thinking, type the word build in the comment, and let's see how many of us are ready to build something bigger than ourselves in 2025. And just remember, this isn't just about saving taxes, it's about creating homes, opportunity, and a stronger community that lifts everyone. A rising tide lifts all boats, and thanks to the big beautiful tax bill, that tide just got a little higher.